Oh, wow. This is definitely different. So, if you notice, there is no gameplay behind me. Thought I would try this StreamYard thing out and see how I like it. Uh, uh I need to quit doing the and the ums. uh but yeah, hey, what's going on, everybody? Um I just said stop doing that. So I don't exactly have something planned. I'm actually hoping I'm actually going to send out the StreamYard link as soon as I figure out how to do that. Oh wait. Is this how you do it? Awesome. Yeah. Like I said, I just want to try something a little different. See how I like it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But hey, at least I will know. You know what I'm saying? So I sent this to two groups that I'm in. And why does it sound like I'm echoing? Did I not turn something off? Oh well. Oh, you know, after a long week of being away from my main setup here, I am so happy to be back at this. Like, oh my god. You you don't know how much you miss something until you have to leave it, and use something somewhat inferior. But it's it's definitely wow, did I just what am I changing? I'm messing with something over here. I need to quit. It just sounds echoey to me, but I am hearing myself. So I don't really know if that's yeah, that's definitely oh, I should have chose. Oh wait, I have my NVIDIA broadcaster set up. No, I don't want my mic volume automatically adjusted. Why do I feel like I'm just boomerang through everything? But what was I saying? Oh yeah. Being away from my settings. Let's turn this down just a little bit. Is this not? I'm not move it. How about ah? Okay, I can turn that down. I can't turn this down. Anyways, maybe it's because I'm live. I don't know. This is such a great stream, right? horrible audio, and even worse commentary for all of 5 minutes, right? But yeah, what I was saying is being away from my settings has made me appreciate all work that I've put into this up till now. And I seriously love it. I know I've said it before, but damn. It's definitely wow. Okay. It's definitely just one of those things that I think you just have to understand or be a part of. Not be a part of. Experience for yourself. Like content creator side. What is up? Games, movies, and comics are us. You want to come in and chat? That's literally all I'm doing tonight is chatting and talking about things. Just really anything. I thought I was going to talk about oh, you busy right now? It's all good, man. I thought I was going to talk about the Kodakawa stuff with what they're doing to or planning to do with anime. But right now I'm just messing around with StreamYard because I've never used it before. College football, I'm not a big sports guy. Like I've watched games before. Used to so if you don't know, I'm from Georgia. And I don't know, I think it was the year that the Falcons went to the Super Bowl. I just lost all faith in Georgia teams because they choke. I mean, what was it? If I remember that game, me and a few friends were at a Pizza Hut, eating pizza, just doing things. And we were like, I think it was third quarter when they started falling behind, but we were all set for a big win. And they just choked. They went from like, I think it was a 30-point lead to losing by 15, I think it was. So I was like, fuck it. There's no point to like any team from Georgia. And then when I had when my same buddy started telling me about all the different divisions and stuff, because I kind of made a comment of how the Patriots, they go to the Super Bowl so often and everything. And he explained it to me, like I said, the divisions. And I was just like, okay, so basically the Patriots are the best, are a good team in their division, and they're pretty much just playing scrub teams. But they're still a good team because they still got to win the Super Bowl. But I don't. I'm just not a sports guy. I kind of got out of them when I was in middle school, and I've just lost all interest. So, but that's just me. You into them. They just ain't for me. Anime, movies, video games, that's more my jam. I wish I knew a little bit more about working out so that way I could have a more decent body, but that's my vanity. Like I'd love a six pack abs, but I can't motivate myself enough to do that. So, but at the same time, I kind of just, you know, what's my favorite game? Oh, that's a loaded question. Because I just got over playing Metroid Dread, and that's pretty far up there because that was a solid game. Uh, and it's also hard to say. I'm trying to get my voice back on track because when I was growing up, I didn't have our we weren't like a poor family, but we didn't have a lot of money to spend on things like video games. And my parents, like I said, I live in Georgia, kind of grew up in the country, and everyone in my family is kind of like the blue collar worker type, to where they you work until you die, and that was kind of what I thought I was going to do. Well, I know I'm probably going to do until I die. But wow, I'm getting way off track, aren't I? Let's bring it back around, and I'll just simplify it in that my parents didn't really see the point in buying games. I still got them, but it was a lot more rental. So there's a lot of games out there that I've not experienced. And I started retro collecting a couple years ago in order to see what other games were out there that I missed. But I think a few of them, you just had to be there at the time to really experience them. But that wasn't me. I think the only games that really I was around or that I picked up at the time were probably the Pokemon games, which those are near and dear to my heart. I probably like bled got it, Pocket Monsters. I was trying to remember the Japanese name for them. I probably bled Pocket Monsters for probably the first 10 to 13 years that they first came out in the US. It was actually cool because right before the anime came out, which was before the games too, I got a thing in the mail, which I don't even know how we got it, but it was like this little promotional VHS that, hey, brightest day, how's it going? But it was a promotional VHS that just showed all the toys, did little snippets from the anime, and I was hooked. I probably watched that promotional VHS about 20 times before the show came out. And when it finally aired on Fox at 6:37 in the morning, I was up 20 minutes early. How old was I was it 97? Yeah, 97. I was 10 years old in 97. So just think about it. A 10-year-old getting up at 6 in the morning for something. It's impossible. Especially when you stay up late. But I did, but that still doesn't answer your question, does it? I got to take my ADHD medication. I know. I guess I'm just trying to talk through my own head. Like there's games that I really like, but it's so hard to pick a favorite because do you pick a favorite? Like, what is your criteria? I guess, and it's going to be different for everyone about what your favorite game is. You know, is it the one that you play the most? Is it the one that has the best story that hooked you? Um, I don't know because I couldn't really tell you the story of Pokemon, and I've probably replayed it multiple times. Um, I love Star Fox. I'm gonna finish that. Star Fox 64, a whole lot. Played through it multiple times. Probably the only good 64 game I ever had. Um, I mean, there was Super Mario Worlds. Uh, I probably played a lot more Super Nintendo than I did NES. And then I had my PS2, but never had a lot of games for it either. Like most of my consoles up until the 360, which was when I started buying my own consoles or my own games, um, was, I had like 2 or 3 games the whole time. Uh, and hell, I didn't even experience Final Fantasy 7 until 5 years ago, and that was off the PC. And just me, I'm going to get crucified for it, but whatever. I don't think it's a good game. Like, if you think back to when Final Fantasy X came out, and to be honest, I actually enjoyed Final Fantasy X more than I enjoyed 7, uh, which I still haven't finished 10. Need to go back and do that. Um, but 7 was just as much on rails as 10 was. And that's what 10 got criticized for, was being on rails. I do like the Resident Evil franchise. They're really fun. Uh and I mean I just finished 4. 4 I played a ton of times. Do. Half stalling, half thinking. I did enjoy the Dead Rising franchise. I enjoy the Street Fighter, a lot of Capcom stuff. Um, the Bioshock franchise, like even 1, 2, and 3, I enjoyed. So, if I had to pick a favorite game, it's more than likely going to be in the horror genre. But when I think about it, there's so many games that I haven't played. Like, I don't think I've ever played through a Fallout game. Um, I enjoy the Mega Man franchise. It's one of those that, I found, or I went deep into that game, like the lore and everything, finding out about um, how X is, a descendant of the original Mega Man, and Zero was descended from um, Proto Man. My God, haven't thought about this in so long. Um, and then even up to the Zero franchise and the ZX series, which phenomenal series. I wish they'd do like proper remasters, not just do um the ports that they did. But oh man, that was so good. And even that was a further continuation of the Mega Man story. Um, I'm still trying to think because when I think of what is your favorite game, you know, for me, I think it would definitely have to be one where a story hit me just right. The gameplay was good, and I don't think visuals really matter on that. I think it's nice to have something to look at, but in reality, visuals are just eye candy, and they're just part of the game. But if the game controls like garbage but looks super good, I mean, you're still having a bad experience. So, huh, asking such deep questions, or maybe I'm just running my mouth too much or overthinking it. 'Cause I think some of my problem is too that I want to be unique. I don't want to just. I don't want to just say like oh, Resident Evil 4 is my favorite game, or Final Fantasy, this is my favorite game. I guess my answer would be I just love games, you know? Uh, I, I can't pick my favorite RPG um, because I actually have two, which is Final Fantasy 4 and Chrono Trigger, both extremely good RPGs. Um, horror. Oh man, there's just so many good horror games to pick from. I mean, you have the original Resident Evil, you have Silent Hill 2, um, Remothered, which just came out a couple years ago. That was a surprise. Like I wasn't expecting that, and the follow up to it was not good. So it's like they hit it out of the park with the Remothered, and then they screwed it up. Um, I was always much more of a Street Fighter fan than a Mortal Kombat fan. So, as far as fighters go, Street Fighter was just probably the one that I liked a lot more. Although I did like the Dragon Ball Z fighting games on the PlayStation 2. They're garbage, but I love them. um See, I knew I wasn't gonna get to, or I wasn't gonna. Yeah. What am I trying to say here? I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm enjoying myself right now, though. Really good question, though. Uh, and I wish I could give you a more definitive answer, but I just I don't have one. I mean, between my lack of knowledge of all games and my my just enjoyment of video games, period. Um, it's just it's hard to put a pin on it. I mean, I know not everyone's like that, and you don't have to be. I mean, everyone has that one thing that they like, and that's not a bad thing. Like everybody has their, and I'm gonna kind of shift here to anime, or TV shows in general. Everybody has that one show that they could watch over and over and over and over. um and it and that's fine. Nothing wrong with it. But that's not me. I enjoy too much, and the way it works for me is I don't want to limit myself, because I guess you can say it's FOMO, fear of missing out. And I don't want to miss out on something. Now I love comparing things. I think, constructive criticism and comparisons to one thing over another that similarly line up is a good thing. You know, I told a friend of mine a couple months ago, constructive criticism and talking about it, even though it might just be in a small group, maybe that sparks something in somebody else or makes them think, and they take it to another group, and it goes to another and another and another, and it just spreads. And then maybe, you know, your thoughts in your small bubble just spread to a wider audience, and they, it changes something, whether it be in an industry or, whatever it be in. So it's it's good to talk about things, whether you have a good opinion or a bad opinion. So, that's just how I am. And I'm going to take a drink of coffee right now. Ah, iced coffee, so good. Ah, and can you believe I almost did not stream tonight? Oh, 5 days away from my house, away from my setup, and I've been up since like 2 o'clock, and almost did not stream today. But the closer I got to my house, the more I was getting these ideas in my head. And like I said, I was like, I want to talk about the Kodakawa thing. I mean, that's kind of a important thing in a medium that I enjoy. And I haven't made a video about it. I haven't said nothing about it. And I was like, uh, it's fine. I can take 2 days off. It's fine. It's just YouTube, you know, because I didn't do a video yesterday. I got uh somewhat caught up, and well, I say caught up, more like, oh, didn't get off work until a little bit later than what I thought I was wanting to or going to. And then got back to my hotel, sat down, and just kept procrastinating, 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 fooling around. I know the word. It's procrastinating. Got a little tongue tied. But, and, I sat down about 4 to record. And I was like, well, if I do this now, record about 12 to 15 minutes of audio, then go back and edit it out, that might give me 3 minutes. You got to love those ratios, right? 15 minutes of audio equals 3 minutes for a video. I'm sure there's some kind of editing math out there that will, you know, if you want a 15-minute video, record an hour's worth of audio. So it's like record 3 times as much audio for however long of a video you want. I mean, funny, right? But yeah. So I was sitting down and I was like, I need to record this audio. I'll have 4 hours to record, edit, and upload. And then I'll be able to get like 5 hours sleep. Well, it gets to be 5 o'clock. I'm like, okay, I can still get 3 hours. Then 6 o'clock. It's like, well, it's getting a little late. Maybe I can push my sleep off a little bit more. And then I was just like, no, because I have to get up earlier than I've been getting up, finish packing, check out, and get to work. And so I was just like, okay, just no video today. And I hated it. Like, I actually laid down and tried to convince myself that I could still get a video. But at what quality would I be putting it out? Like, I already put a video out, or I missed 2 days last week. I missed my Manga Mondays and my Friday, or my Thursday, my Thursday news. So all I did was my news for Tuesday and a stream. And hell, I didn't even think about that when I was writing. I would have missed 3 days this week. And with the way the YouTube algorithm works, consistency is the golden rule, as far as I've been told and have kind of found out. But yeah, so I didn't even think that I would have missed 3 days if I hadn't got on today. Like I said, I don't have anything planned. I just fired up StreamYard, somewhat playing with some stuff over here to see what can be done, because I mean, everyone I know uses StreamYard. I don't exactly get it myself. I personally like OBS, and then, just filter everybody through Discord, so that way I can have more control through OBS. But, now that I'm playing with StreamYard, I just realized I can do oh wow. I can do this. I should have done that like 20 minutes ago. This is cool. Oh wow, you can even put people in timeout? I didn't know this was a thing. I don't even run mods. Like, I don't know at what point I'm gonna start appointing people to be moderators, but it will more than likely come eventually. So, you know, I as much as well, I say I'll hate it, but I don't hate the idea of having mods, but the way that I like to think about things is like all speech is valid regardless of what it's about. You know, you don't fight bad speech with banning it, you fight bad speech with good speech. So, you know, you just uh create ideas and you know, have a discussion because it's to me that's what a lot of the world's missing is they're missing that discussion part. And I don't know. I guess in my head it's it's you know, you start moderating people on your channel, how can you really advocate for speech if you won't even let people talk in your channel? But, you know, there is the internet and there are trolls where people will just come in and harass and stuff. I think I think one of the rules that when I start doing mods is, you know, if people are coming in to harass me, I'm I'm okay with that. You know, it's not a problem. You know, I can take it. But it becomes a different thing if people come in and start harassing chat. You know, they didn't ask for this. They're um they're here to enjoy. So, and I always like the 3 strike rule, you know, like, you know, I've been thinking 1 strike, timeout for an hour, 2 strikes, timeout for 24 hours, 3 strikes, if it's possible, timeout for a week or whatever the max is. And, you know, if somebody comes back and they continue to do that or continue to harass the people in chat, I think that's when the ban hammer will just have to come down. As bad as I hate it. But, you know, the internet gives people the right to be an asshole, and that's fine. But it's one thing to be an asshole to me. It's another thing to be an asshole to the people who are just here to, you know, hang out. Nobody signed up for that. So I do have one thing that I seen. How do I screen? Is this where's best? Is this uh which one is this? Is this the right one? Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna try sharing something. Let's see what this is. No. Oh wait. Uh Somehow I just like blocked everything that I was trying to do. Not cool, but not cool. You know what? I wonder if I can. Ooh, I can. Okay. So I'll do this. because this is actually a cool trailer that I seen right before I got started. Hopefully it'll download right. Yes, remind me later. Oh, now I can download Bilibili videos. Dude. Okay. If you don't know what Bilibili is, it's nuts. So real quick before I show this, Bilibili is basically Chinese YouTube. And some of the things that go on over there are insane. Now, I'm not advocating for you to go over there because, like I said, it's Chinese YouTube. So, more than likely, it's monitored. So, if you do go over there, it might be a good idea to use multiple VPNs. I'm dumb and I don't because I'm lazy and I still haven't found a good VPN after about a year. Or let me put it this way, a VPN that's free because I'm cheap. But like I found, what was it? It was something called, I might have actually have a video on this. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Oh, that's cool. But what was I saying? Nope. Nope. Oh wait, that's right. Huh. Okay. Now I'm just trying to play and actually use the old YouTube. Wait, why can't I? Ah, this is lame. Oh, whatever. Okay. We will just stop. Stop it. Go away. No. No. Stop. I tell you, I'm a great streamer. I really am. No, I don't want you to see. Maybe that's just how you do it. Okay. There's definitely got to be a better way. But at least I figured out how to unblock things. Where'd it go? Okay, here it is. Okay, video. Here we go. Yeah.
日没と同時に我々は百鬼夜行を行う地獄絵図を描きたくなる視力を尽くして止めに来い思う存分
There we go. Now it's not glaring. So, I don't know how many of you are interested in anime, but if you're following me or watching me, I assume it interests you to some extent. So, this is a trailer for the movie for Jujutsu Kaisen. Probably the, was it this? Yeah, this year. The breakout hit of this year. And it's cool because when it first came out, I went back and started reading it. and what the movie's going to be about. The anime had a prequel, which is what some animes do. They kind of, it's kind of like a one-shot. They introduce you to the story and everything. So this is going to be Jujutsu Kaisen 0, which most of it's called like 0. All right, I'm done with that. 0 session, 0 chapter, or whatever it may be. Yu-Gi-Oh has a 0 season, and I would love. Oh wait, it might actually be. Wait, is it? Hang on a minute. I'm curious now. No, I actually won't like Google to look it up for me. Did it? Oh, no way. Oh, they did. They did. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I forgot all about this being a thing. But anyways, the 0 season, like I said, it's normally just an introduction from my understanding. Ow. But okay, now I'm just thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh! 0 season. The 0 season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Was the most brutal, well, one of the most brutal things that I've seen. And considering that if you watched anything after that, it kind of gets tame, at least as far as the 4Kids dub goes. I will end up talking about that. I've got like 12 minutes left. Yeah. So in season 0, there's one scene that just, it got me because they put it in the Shonen Jump that you could buy here. And what it is Yami, Yugi's alter ego, comes out, spray paints he spray paints something on the ground and then sets it on fire, which sets a guy on fire, and he falls from like a 5-story building. Now let me ask you, if that had been more Yu-Gi-Oh, would it not have been more badass? Like, I was like, holy shit. And so I was buying like every Shonen Jump after that because they were doing the season 0, and I'd never seen Yugi do that. He was always kind of this, I guess, by the way he was portrayed in the show, as a stand-up character. But yeah. So Jujutsu Kaisen season 0 doesn't really change the tone of it, but it definitely gives you an interesting backstory to a character that's going to be introduced in season 2. And that character was really cool. I've actually got to go back and reread it because I have too much on my mind to even try to remember what Jujutsu Kaisen season 0 was. But I just remember I enjoyed it a lot. But in my last 10 minutes, I would like to talk about the Kodakawa Initiative. I'm calling it the Initiative because I like it. So Kadokawa has come out this week. And even though this has already been something they were planning on doing, they're going to focus more on it, is the overseas initiative, which they're going to I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if it was overseas first or if it's just, they're going to do some focusing more on overseas. But that and Isekai, which Isekai is the going to another world's season, or not season, but Isekai is the wow. I went blank there for a minute. What's up, Resolute Germ? How are you doing? Isekai is going to another world, which is basically, can be anything from like Sword Art Online to it just not being, you not being in your regular world. And so they want to make more anime like that, which is fine. I like the Isekai genre. It's fun. I found a few good ones. Like I said, Sword Art Online is one of them. Overlord's another good one. What else? I'm not going to get too far deep into it. But what I'm taking from it is it might sound like fence sitting because it is. But the way I see it is there's not enough precedence in what they're doing to really make a good to make a good analysis out of. So when they say overseas first, the way it's kind of being told is that, we're going to have World's Finest Assassin. I'll have to check that out. I haven't had a lot of good opportunities here lately to watch anime with just being busy with YouTube stuff and real world stuff outside of that. But what I'm taking from it is that they're going to be cutting out the middlemen, being Funimation and Crunchyroll. Because if you don't know what Funimation and Crunchyroll have been doing here lately, is they've been having this idea that what they want to do is they want to change the original works to suit US audiences, so to say. Changing lines, changing scenes, sexy scenes, or, putting the Western spin into anime. I think you can get where I'm going with this. Well, last year and this year, the Japanese government has been talking with anime production companies like Kadokawa and a few others. I'm blanking on some of the others, and asking them, what can we do? Because they want to protect Japanese intellectual properties from being ruined. And if I remember how that story went, is that they said they want, what was it? More control? Yeah. Cutting 2 minutes from every episode sucks because you do lose a lot. And what was it? I think it was Miss Kobayashi's Dragon's Maid had some kind of oh shit. Like it was just some out of left field phrasing, basically saying man bad. And then at the same time, was it Crunchyroll or Funimation that pulled Ishisoka reviewers? And in all honesty, it's not that good. I've been watching it on questionable sites. But basically what I'm trying to get down to is that the Japanese government is in line with their anime industry to try to protect their copyrights. And I think that scares Funimation. That's what it sounds about right. If you look into Funimation, dude, they suck. I used to think that Funimation was the pinnacle of anime, but okay, I'll use this example. Take Dragon Ball Z. The voice actor Chris Sabat, who plays Vegeta, Yamcha, Piccolo, Tien, a good majority of the characters from Dragon Ball. Okay, go back and look how much control he had over the last movie. He was in every aspect of that movie. Let's golf clap for him. He's trying to diverse himself and be more than just a voice actor. But at the same time, Chris Sabat had way too much control he has too much control over every aspect of Dragon Ball Z in the US. So it's a little scary to me to see where that's going to go, especially if you follow him on Twitter for like a week. I'll concede to that. I mean, they were, but I've been watching stuff online for a while, not through reputable sites, quotations like Funimation, but there was a lot more companies out here even 10 years ago. Like if you look in and you find stuff like ADV, one of my favorites was Gonzo. Gonzo did a lot of cool stuff. And they didn't censor stuff. So, but then Funimation started buying like everybody out, and they kind of became the only one. And then Crunchyroll, they kind of did a two-pronged attack and put a lot of these companies out of business. But where was I? But yeah, so what I think Kodokawa and probably even more studios over there are going to start doing is they're going to start cutting out Crunchyroll and Funimation because of this changing of their properties, and they don't want that. Like it's bad when a creator, speaking of the guy who created Record of Lodoss War, came out and was super worried that they were going to change the color of his elves. And I'll admit, I've not seen Records of Lodoss War, but apparently there's a elf race in there that is darker skin. And so he was afraid that they were going to change his work in order to, quote unquote, meet Western sensibilities. And if I'm not mistaken, Record of Lodoss War is 20 are 30 years old. And so he was worried about them changing it, re-releasing it and changing it. That's I'd be concerned too. Because if you're seeing what's going on over here, it's not right. But if they start cutting out them, which they kind of already have, there's a let me see if I can find it real quick. There's a subscription, not a subscription, a channel on YouTube that was created by the some anime industries of Japan to put anime out. Like, I think it's supposed to be on a regular basis, and just put them out for free. And you could watch them on YouTube. Oh my God, what is that? Oh God, I can't find it easy. Damn it. Stupid YouTube. But it's on there. I'll tweet it out. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, when I find it. But yeah, so they're willing to put stuff out. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Sony owning Crunchyroll, but I kind of think they did that on purpose. So that way they can, again, have more control over their properties. So now Sony can tell Crunchyroll what to do instead of Crunchyroll being independent and the anime studios going through Crunchyroll. Like, it's a Crunchyroll they're probably just going to get rid of. But since it has a foothold in the US, they're going to use it as a distribution service and not really use the other crap that they were trying to put out, like, High Guardian in Space. I kind of refuse to watch that. Too much like Steven Universe. And don't get me wrong, Steven Universe was all right when it was new. But now that everything looks like that, because the US wants to cheap out on animation, I don't care. I don't care for it. It's a weak style that if you're making it, just for a weekly cartoon series, that's fine. But I want my anime to be anime. But that's what I think they're doing, is they're cutting out these middlemen in Funimation and Crunchyroll in order to have more control over what they do and have more control over their properties. And I think if the Japanese government is willing to back them, they might have deep enough pockets to do whatever they want. Which personally I think it'd be cool. Like, if, the Japanese were to put out a subscription service in order to have access to all anime, like what is it? Tokyo TV over there. Like, if they were to open that up to an international audience, I'd pay. I'd pay to watch Tokyo TV. Maybe it's not on demand. Maybe, I have to go by their time, but I'd still pay for it. So, but that's just my thought of what they're doing. I think we're going to see more start to emerge probably in the next year. But I mean, Crunchyroll's already pretty much gone after, what was it, the Rooster Teeth scandal? They got rid of a whole bunch of people. So I don't know. It's like I said, it's a little fence sitting, and we'll see. But this could also easily swing the other way too, to where they're going to allow like Crunchyroll and Funimation to have even more control and change the animes even more, or even the put more Western sensibilities in the actual Japanese anime overseas, and it just starts there. And so we never actually get to see the original work, or even I should say, a good adaptation of a manga. I say it both ways, into an anime form. I mean, we already don't have really good adaptations of Berserk or Gantz. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that Sony owns Funimation and Crunchyroll now. Huh. Wonder what they'll call it. Crunchy Fun, Funny Crunch. I mean, they might just change the name completely. But I don't know. Like, I'm both interested to see what happens and scared to see what happens. Because eventually, I mean, anime is already really hard to make money off of. So I couldn't see too many independents making like really good stuff, or even stuff you'd really want to see. Like, it's already hard to get, good books turned into animes. And all the anime ever really has been is a commercial for the manga. So, I mean, look at the way Demon Hunter took off after the show came out. Which reminds me, I still gotta buy the rest of those. But it like I said, it's yeah. Okay. I guess Crunchyroll is has, well, I was gonna say it has less stigma than Funimation, but I don't know. Because I mean, even the Crunchyroll site, like everything about it was just stolen from Kiss Anime. So, and they never updated it. It's why I never paid for a subscription. I just used the free version because the damn thing never would connect. Like, I'd be in the middle of a show and then it'd buffer. I hated that shit. Like, I could literally go to any other website and it'd be fine. But to use the Crunchyroll app or even the Funimation app, buffer. It sucked. I know some people talk about HIDIVE and VRV, but are they not just owned by Crunchyroll too? It never made a lot of sense why they had 3 services that did the same thing. I know VRV had some other shows on it, but its main thing was anime. Yeah. Well, Funimation started late on the streaming stuff. I don't know then. I mean, it has been probably about 6 years or 7 years since the last time I used Crunchyroll. Because when I finally got my computer back and everything, I watch everything from here, and I have a website where I like watching stuff. Get things very close to the day that it releases in Japan. And I don't have to worry about all that other stuff like paying. because that was the other thing too, is that what Crunchyroll branded itself as, oh well, you pay and give us money and we'll help the anime industry out. And they literally just took their money, bought a big ass studio in San Francisco, probably paying $3 million a year for it. Oh, what else do they have in that thing? They had like a smoothie bar in it or something, and a bike track or something like that. Like, it was a stupid office. They basically made it into an adult playground, and that's what your money went to. And then they made High Guardian Spice with money that was supposed to, go to the anime industry. And if I remember right, only 1 or 2% of their total yearly revenue went to that. I mean, I wish I could find more solid numbers, because I'd love to actually make a video on that. But outside of the Crunchyroll bad, no one really has them, and I don't have enough knowledge to sit down and look and do like really in-depth research. Did they buy High Guardian Spice? I thought it was developed like in-house. Like I thought like one of their people were, kind of already working on it, and then they just what was it? Was like, oh well, we like that. Let's give you a show. I almost would have been okay with it if it would have been like, oh well, we're trying to diversify and also get, I guess, a younger audience. Like, this is just off my head. I've not really thought it through all that well, but I guess it would have went over a little bit better. But I don't know. I with the way they branded themselves and what they're trying to do now, I just don't think it would have went over with the people that, watch it. Like, I went to a lot of conventions where Crunchyroll took up like half the convention hall in order to spread their brand. And when that used to be, for more of the people in the industry, they were just literally throwing money around to take over. Okay. See, it was never, I was never really that interested in it. So other than the things that I hear offhand, that's kind of what I've went by. Netflix passed on it. Seriously, I figured Netflix would put out anything, but although I will give Netflix credit, there have been a few animes that they put out that I enjoyed. Because what was it, 3 years ago, their head of anime production, was it production, or like they were going to put, or I think he was going to take like either $5 or $6 million and put it towards anime for Netflix. And for a minute, it looked like it was going to be all right, because I liked Devilman Crybaby. That was insanely good. And what was it? Was B13, I think it was. And it got weird near the end. And I was waiting for season 2. But then Netflix started doing crazy shit So I canceled my subscription like 2 or 3 years ago. And plus I got Hulu for free for being on Sprint, which is now T-Mobile. So I was just like, I'll get Netflix back when I have something I want to watch. And they've just never really got anything I want to watch. So I just meh. Yeah, you know, I I've seen the Sierra stuff. Like my daughter watches it. She uses my parents' Netflix, and she likes it a lot. But I mean, she's 13, so it kind of fits with that age group. But I don't have a connection to either He-Man or She-Ra all that much. Like so I was born in 87, and I probably caught the second running of the He-Man show. But it was more she probably would watch it and like it, because I've showed her a lot of the old stuff, and she falls in love with it almost automatically. But yeah, I don't have a hard connection to those shows. I do slightly remember them growing up, but I'll tell you, like, it was really more like Scooby Doo, Inspector Gadget for me. I remember one really well, like Hanna-Barbera. I loved growing up, and I miss the Pirates of Dark Water series. And I hate that it never got finished, because it's like 12 episodes and then stop. But they were blowing through money trying to keep the production level up on that thing. And it was so good. Like early 90s animation, even some of that eco animation is what I like to call it. Things that had Captain Planet basically, and they changed the Ninja Turtles to be more eco-friendly. I think it was in that last season. What was it? Just a lot of shows at the early 90s. Even that stuff was real good, but then they stopped. But yeah, I just like, I can understand and sympathize with the people that are mad at the Kevin Smith He-Man. Yeah. Yeah. Money management is a thing in animation. You can blow through a budget like it's nothing. But the Kevin Smith He-Man, it looks so good. And even that part 2, it's hard to talk about it and not just think, oh man, it could be good. Like, there's but I have a real strong bait and switch feeling, like they did kind of for the first one. So I don't have any hope for it, but it's also hard for me to get super mad at it, because I don't really have that connection to the older shows. And even trying to, like, I can't go back and watch them because they are kind of corny. But I get the charm, and I sympathize with the people that are frustrated, and I like to listen to the opinions of everybody that does have a connection, because I get it. I didn't like the reboot of the Power Rangers movie, and that I do have a connection to that. Like, massive connection. I had every fucking Megazord, and well, almost every Megazord. I got all the main ones, and just about every toy, and I still got them. Like, I don't get rid of the stuff that I had a strong connection to, like my Turtles toys or my Power Rangers stuff. That stuff is in a box, well, tote in my closet. And at any time, I can go in there, pick them up. Yes, I'm missing a shit ton of parts, but you know, those things were heavily played with. And yeah. I mean, you can definitely see where he's going with it. And I haven't had respect for Kevin probably since his heart attack. Like, I was always kind of like, okay, he's doing Kevin Smith. But I think his daughter's running his life now. Because after that heart attack, he's literally doing everything that she tells him to do. You know, he went vegan for her. He's put her in every single one of his movies to dates that I can think of in some role. She's even voicing someone in He-Man. Give me a minute and I'll actually remember. Or I'll pull it up on IMDb. Oh, that's not going to be the right one, is it? God dang. Too many Masters of the Universe series. Oh, there it is. Revelation. Was she playing? Dang it. Cast and crew. There we go. They've changed IMDb so much I can't even see. See, Kevin Smith. Nope. Where is she? Oh, I know she's in this. Harley Quinn Smith. There we are. Oh, wait. Didn't need to click on her name. Elena? Who the fuck's Elena? And of course, they don't have a picture of her. There it is. Oh. I don't guess they've showed her yet. Like, she's some Viking looking chick. Let's see, can I share this? Share. Screen share. Nope, that's my Twitter. Nope. Ask her. I'll do this. Oh, still in the wrong place. There it is. Yeah. Guess this is who it is. And I have no clue. But that's apparently who she is voicing. But I'm sorry, but Harley is not a actress by any means, and is definitely not a voice actress. Oh, Thunder Megazord. Dude, I used to watch a guy on YouTube, like he did toy reviews and everything. And the Japanese versions of Megazords versus the American versions we got, Japanese versions so much better. Like 8 points of articulation, the transformations were so different. Like, it was hands down, the Japanese versions of Megazords were so much better. So much. And Thunderzord being the one. Oh, but they're so expensive now. Ugh. I wish I could find all the parts to my Green Dragon Zord. Can't though. After several moves and probably a few times getting it out when I was a couple years ago, just because I could. Yeah, there's way too much missing. Plus, I went through this phase as a kid where I would take stuff apart. Like, I discovered a screwdriver, so I would just unscrew stuff, mix action figures together. Like, I had these cheapo Power Ranger looking things that they actually weren't from the dollar store, but they were from a place called KB Toys, and they were like metal. So I would, unscrew the arms, take them off, or take the centerpieces off and mix them up. Did it to my Beetleborg figures. Oh, that show was so good. And it's so weird. Like, okay, if you've ever seen, screw it. You know what? I'm just going to bring stuff up. Yeah, this is it. Okay, how do I screen share without completely screwing myself over? I think I know how to do this. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Yeah, I mean, I hate that I did, but it probably got me to where I'm at today, to where I started building my own computers like 10 years ago, and I wasn't afraid to do it. Let's see. Yeah, we'll bring this up because I love this show. It's horrible, but I love this show. All right. I wish I had my camera up so you could see like the ear to ear grin that's on my face. Oh, wait, do I have the sound off? No. No. Need the sound. Oh my god. Show was horrible. But I loved it all the same. Yeah, those were ones that I would mix and match a whole lot. Especially when they brought the white one in. Dude, he was badass. But if you go and look that show up in Japan, it's a trip. Because if you go from this to that in Japan, it's adults. And this is like a culture shock for me that it was not the American version was nothing like the Japanese version, no kids, adults with full facial hair, and yeah. Night base show. Oh god. I'm gonna have to look that up eventually. But yeah. I tried to watch a couple episodes in Japanese. It didn't go over well. Like it was too much. Just too much. But I mean, that's the Saban formula. They even did it with oh yeah, the Super Sentai shows. Like when we got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I think that was like the 15th season already in Japan, and it was our first season. And it's, oh man, like I actually think I preferred the Super Sentai version because I've watched a little bit of it, and it actually has a better story. It's actually interesting too to find out that when they did the Thunder series, they were supposed to change costumes, like I think they were supposed to be called like Thunder Rangers or something like that. But that's why Tommy's, when they brought Tommy back to be the White Ranger, that's the more original scheme of, you know what? Why do I even try to explain things? I have Google. Oh, that's not the right ones. Oh, of course, it brings up Thunderstorm. Are these the right ones? Yeah, okay. Wow. That pulls up like really weird shit. Oh, just pull up the image fully. Lame ass. Oh my god, quit taking me to pages. Is it? Yeah. Where are they? See, it keeps taking me to pages and I hate that shit. There we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah. So yeah, that's what they were supposed to look like when they went to Thunder. And Tommy's white suit was that, but they were so similar. Or the reason they didn't change them was because they were so afraid to change the Power Rangers scheme that they would start to lose money. So they didn't. And obviously, no one was any the wiser. See, why does it keep taking me to stuff? I don't need the websites. Best weapon ever. But yeah, oh, I wonder if I can find the I think I can. There was supposed to be a show that Jason was in. What was his name? Oh yeah. What was that damn show called? Oh my god. It's the one that he let his friend in. Oh shit! Seriously? Hi Nanu. It was like a cyber type show. I can't remember what the fuck it was called. Oh, I remember this. Oh, that's loud. No, it was like the same thing. VR Troopers. Yes. Yes. And I remember this. Oh God. I forgot all about this show. But I do remember it. Oh my God, these shows. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, I got to look up that Tommy Oliver clip. If I can spell VR Troopers. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Is this the full thing? Yeah. Like I think it was just the opening. Yeah. Yeah, Tommy gave this show up. Really? I did not know that. But yeah, he gave this up to do Power Rangers. Like he was going to be the star of this. uh, oh, what was that other one? What was this? It was like, oh, yes, here we go. Let's see. Can I do they have the opening? Oh, this is horrible. This is going to be in your head the rest of the night. But it is horrible. Super Samurai Spider Squad. Oh, I think I remember that. Oh, this is horrible. Oh, of course they'd put something up. Oh man, I'm gonna have to stop eventually. Yeah, it's horrible. It is absolutely horrible. Super Samurai Spider. Oh, yes, 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 yes. I know this one. I actually bought this to torture my kids with. And I'd forgot that it had Matthew Lawrence in it. Yeah. And you can't turn up any higher than 240p. Need professional remasterings. Shout Factory, where are you at? Yeah, I had some toys of this too. Like it was just like little plastic figures that didn't move at all. But you know, as a kid, you make it work and you just bash heads together. See, do they have like the where is it? Do they have this is like the first episode. Didn't they just redo this too on Netflix? Or was it something else? Yeah. And stuff's like super expensive too. Like, so I'm in my mid 30s now, and I never thought that I would miss watching like old bad TV and the commercials. But I do. Like I miss a lot of stuff. Like I probably sat here one day and watched just bad show opening after bad show opening. Probably for about a good 3 hours. And started looking up commercials just to, I don't know. Yes. Best commercial ever. This is a real commercial. Oh, I don't know why that commercial is almost too much for me, but I enjoy it. Ah, ah. Oh my god, has it seriously been like almost 2 hours? That's cool. I haven't streamed for 2 hours in a while. Oh, I'm trying to remember some other stuff. Comes in 2 pots. You know, I keep forgetting that I'm on StreamYard and can do things like this. Might actually start using StreamYard a little bit more. Definitely at least learning it. Because I know like everyone uses this thing and I don't get it. Or I didn't get it. But it's a little easier to share stuff and definitely like do shout outs and stuff. I kind of like just chatting it up. Oh man. There was some other commercials that I'm trying to remember. Oh, I remember one now. Yeah, here we go. uh, old cartoons. I'm so getting copyright struck for all this. Yeah, man. Like, I definitely miss old cartoons. Like, I miss. Oh, I bet you there's one that you've never heard of because I rarely meet anybody that knows this show. Let's see. There it is. Yeah. I rarely know anybody that knows this show. And the only reason I know of it is because my local cartoon station, Cartoon Network, like they ran almost a week long marathon of this, like every episode. And I don't know what it is about it, but I just watched it and watched it and watched it and enjoyed it. Yeah, like 80s cartoons and early 90s is probably when the US actually tried for cartoons and animation. But kind of after that, I don't know. It just, it was like a hit and miss for a little while. And um I think it was. I think a lot of it was shot in Canada, Cana- Canada, Canada. Yeah. What was another one that I'm thinking of? Ah, oh, there's so much. Like I'm serious. I could sit here for 2 hours and just go through this stuff and watch it. I'd be completely fine with watching openings, and I'm sure there's tons of cartoons that I haven't seen before. Like I really miss when Nickelodeon used to do good stuff. Captain Power, Captain Power, Captain Power. Why do I know that? This is like 90s right here. This is like the Nickelodeon afternoon block. And it was just a hodgepodge of shows. A lot of funny ones. How do I know Captain Power? Oh, that's messing with me now. I can't spell. Oh, okay. Yeah. You know, I remember, you got the toy, you watch the episode, and then, or at least for me, I would recreate the episode with my toys. Now, what is it? I've seen this thing on Facebook where a dude takes toys and fireworks and, you know, just makes really cool scenes with them. And then, you know, it looks like real scenes from the movie, and it's so cool. And I wish I had had the idea to do that when I was a kid, but you know, didn't want to exactly destroy everything. Oh wow. So they're kind of mixing live action. I mean, obviously they probably just took and put a green screen and then put something like the video over it. You know, I bet you I do remember this. Then again, that's cool. It's almost like the same way they used. Oh wow, this animation's really good. Like it kind of reminds me of something either from Robotech or similar to Robotech. Yeah. Damn, that looks good. Live action stuff's cheesy, but you know, 90s. But this animation's like I'm fairly impressed. This was so not done in America. This had to be like another, like similar to a Saban hack job where they would try to westernize shows for a product or for a Western market. So this is just the training sequence. The mission simulation. This is cool. I might actually have to look this up. Oh, hang on. I want to. Damn, I can't spell chief. Oh, well. Let's see. No, I want the old chief, not the new one. There we go. Wait, no. I just want him talking. Because I want to see if you know his voice. This was actually really low volume. Let's see. You recognize his voice? All right, I'm impatient. The same guy that does the Chief's voice. You got no sound from the clips? Does it? Is it not? Ah, damn it. That sucks. Okay, I don't know. How do you do that? Okay, I have no idea how to do audio. Oh, really? Oh, that's lame. I do everything through Firefox. I'll have to remember that for next time. Ah. Well, maybe I won't get copyright struck then. But anyways, the voice that does Squidward in oh my god, SpongeBob did the voice for the Chief and Carmen Sandiego, the original series. Let's see. I can just do this. That'll work. I did not know that there was no audio. Been looking like a jackass for like an hour, showing stuff. So then technically, so then this, yeah, it wasn't a great show. Well, I don't know a lot of people who watched it, but it was all right. So now you should technically have audio. I can't I can't believe some of the shows that got made off of toys. But this was like what? Post Transformers, where they used the show, or they made the toy and then used the show to really promote the show. I don't remember ever actually buying these toys or even anything, but I watched this show, but I don't think I owned anything Captain Crawler. Now, one thing I know I owned was this. And it was so like finding out why it was created. Because this show was basically created to, yeah. It's got so much edge, though. Yeah. So you know to. Yeah. Yeah, like in tandem with Polly Pocket. Yeah, I own this. And I never even caught that it was the same. Like, Jesus. No. Don't want to do that again. But yeah. That was definitely a show. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna do. I want to do one more. What do I want to do? Oh, there was another. random ass show. Was it? Oh man, and I can't spell it. Yes. Okay. This is another like horrible show, but one that I remember. Football players summoned to ancient times to oh my god. I seriously miss some of this stuff. Just too much. Ah, no. No. Damn it. That's what I get for I wish it had the sound. I do actually wish it because this is like a badass intro song. I'm just glad it looks better on the streaming than it does for me because it is fuzzy as hell. Yes, I love Tubi. Free service, good shows, like just it's so good. Oh, but Resolute Germ, I appreciate you hanging out, man. I've had an amazing time. Like I said, it's been a while since I went 2 hours and I had no gameplay. Normally I'm playing games, but I thought I'd do something different tonight. And I would technically call it a success. And we've had fun conversation and had a few people stop by. Yes, I tell you, you're always going to get me with nostalgia because I'm just at that age. You know, I'm 34 and especially with the way, you know, not just Hollywood, but really any entertainment industry is trying to ruin history, well, entertainment history, and portray everything like it was bad, bad, bad because it didn't have, you know, list and check boxes. I can't stand it sometimes. Sometimes like stuff like this right here that we've watched tonight, you know, it was just fun. And you know, I don't remember agendas in them. And I mean, I don't want to get on a soapbox, but it just, you know, that I miss when entertainment could just be fun, you know, or subtle enough that it was teaching you and wasn't trying to beat you over the head with a lead bat. So, but I don't know. But I definitely did have fun, man. I hope you had fun. And, you know, I don't know. Maybe I do this again tomorrow night. Maybe I find a game to stream. But I can definitely see now why people are kind of moving away from game streams and doing more things like this where they're just, you know, using StreamYard and getting people in and talking. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, we're friends on Twitter. Which show, and you know, if I'm up, shoot me a stream or a link. I've got no problem. You know, I'm still growing and talking to people is the best way to grow that I've found. Like, I've seriously had more growth in the last 3 months than I had in the 7 months prior. And a lot of that's just getting out of my shell and talking to people. Like, believe it or not, but I'm kind of a shy person. But you know, I have fun going on other people's streams. Like, I've been on Snowdub streams. I've been on what was, I think it was Shellback's Anime Academy last weekend. No. Yeah, last weekend. And I have fun meeting people and talking. You know, I never would have considered myself a talker. You know, most of my life I've been I avoid conversations, I'll be honest. Let me see real quick. 8 a.m. PDT. Ooh, Darkwing. Is that the Saturday morning cartoons things? Because I have visited your channel before, and I think if I remember right, you're the one that does the Saturday morning cartoons. I've visited a lot of people's channels in the last month, so I'm trying to keep everybody straight. Damn it. Yeah. To EST. They already knew what I was going for. 11 a.m. Oh yeah, I'll be awake. Like, I get up. Okay, yeah. I was actually gonna reach out to you one of these days and ask you, or at least join it, with the, you know, the watch party audience thing. Because yeah, I go like what I've been doing is I go into streams, and I chat with people. I kind of feel bad because there's some people that I haven't visited in a little while. And I hate that because I know they've come by mine, but a lot of people they do their streams either so early or so late. Like, a lot of people that I've been meeting. So it's like, I hate it. So I join when they, or I do whatever I can. Definitely go and leave likes. Try to leave comments sometimes. Hell, but sometimes it's like I don't have anything to add to the conversation, so I don't say anything. But I mean, I guess it's just, the nature. But I have definitely had fun. And yeah, just shoot me a link or a message on Twitter tomorrow. And I'll let you know if oh shoot, that's right, I gotta get my oil changed tomorrow. Yeah, I'll let you know if I can. I don't know what time my wife said the oils will change up, but in any case, yeah, like I work anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day, and it like I want to do this. I don't know if I want to at any point do it full time because things they change so fast with YouTube, and it seems like what I've been noticing is that a lot of people that started back in 2006 or even 2013. They're having real problems in the last 2 or 3 years. And it's not just with culture, it's just like, I think of people like Boogie, of even James Rolfe from Cinemassacre, and a few other people. Their names escape me right now, but their persona and really YouTube channels, they're not exactly going downhill. Well, a few of them are, but it's like they forgot how to adapt. So either they've made so much money and they're comfortable, and now they're just phoning it in and they're not hungry for it anymore, or something's just changed. Either it be on YouTube or in culture. So, but I don't know. So I don't even exactly know where I was going with this, but I think it's an interesting conversation to have. Maybe one night, to talk about the OGs, and kind of like, in all honesty, if I could ever, I know what I was talking about, like trying to make this a career. Ugh. I'm in Fate. How is it going? Sorry, I was reading your comment. Yeah. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Is like, I love doing this. Like, I love streaming, and tonight is the first time I've ever done anything like this where I just talk. And like I was telling Resolute Germ, is that I would consider myself a shy person, to where I've never been outgoing and talking to people. But I find that I like doing this. And normally I would have a cam on, but I just did this because I've been up for since 2 o'clock Eastern time. So it's, got to be close to about 15 hours now. And I just didn't feel like setting up the cam. But yeah, like, I don't know if I would ever want to do this full time, because I like the content that I do, and I know it's not the best, but I try to add something to it every now and again. Like, I think it was a week or two ago now, I started making intros for my videos. And I like that. Like, I liked learning how to make intros. So, and I'd like to implement that into more of my videos that I put on here. Like, I'd love to make a video for my live content, because I think it'd be cool. But yeah, staying hungry. Like, and I'm saying like too much. I don't want to see my stuff go downhill. Like, I want to constantly be getting better. I want to know that it can reach a new level, even after, like, right now is the most exciting time. Well, I say the most exciting time in my life, but it's more the most exciting time in my creative life. Because I mean, I'm married, I've got 2 kids. So, in my real life, it's, I've been married since I was 18. I've had kids since I was 18. Started young. But it and like, in all these years leading up to now, have been it's been life. Yeah, countdown clocks are fun. dude. Yes. Like I was using a death counter for Mega Man X stream I was doing a couple months ago, and I learned how to do that, like the count up timer. Think about it. You know, I keep forgetting I can do things. Boom. And boom. Yeah. Yeah. Like I wasn't much of a music guy until my friend got me into it. And like the first and second album from a band, it's super good. And then they go into a lull and they have to be told they suck in order to put something else out good. Like, oh, I'm trying to think. Well, I guess Metallica. Like, I'm not a music buff by any means, but you know, how long or how many albums in between their first and second to the Black Album? Because I know the Black Album wasn't their third or fourth, because they'd been around for a while. Adolf Hitler has joined the chat. How are you, sir? Oh. Yeah. Hi, Adolf. Oh, man. Did not expect that tonight. But yeah, like pay your gas bill. Oh my god. I'm getting canceled. I'm so getting canceled. Oh man. This is what I get. This is what I get for not having mods, right? God. This is awesome. I mean, who would have thought that a channel with 40 subs would get Adolf Hitler in their chat? Oh my god. This is getting clipped. Like, I'm clipping this myself. This is awesome. I'm distracted now. I'm so sorry, guys. We were talking about music, right? Oh man, I'm way off track now. Somebody get me on track. I want to ride on your train? Ride on my train, choo choo ride. I don't even know if that's what it says. But yeah, like yeah, I want to stay hungry. Like I want my content to be as best as it can be all the time. But I mean, hell, what is it? Keemstar. Was it this week or last week that he said he's retiring? And really all the dude ever did after he did Drama Alert, or all that I know he did, was Drama Alert. And he never had to change his content. But I guess drama is just one of those things, I mean, of course, drama is probably one of our oldest forms of entertainment. Well, be sure to take Ava with you. Does he now? I don't know. Like, I think this is the first time that I've heard of him making like a really big deal out of it. You know, like making a video and saying that I'm gone and I'm getting a replacement. Like, I think it's all a publicity stunt. Anyways, I think he just wants to take a break, so he's gonna get somebody to replace him. And maybe take 2-3 months off, and then he'll be back. That's what I think. I think he probably enjoys it too much to actually leave. And plus, he's got that girlfriend now, and he was getting a lot of shit for it. I never looked into it because I don't care enough about Keemstar and his content. But like, I watched him back when the Lizard Squad thing happened, the hacking of the PS3 network, just because he got an interview with him. And I watched him for about 2 or 3 months and then never paid attention to him again until maybe he got brought up in somebody else's video. But it's just interesting to me to see somebody that's been in the game that long to say they're retiring. So I'm just curious, at what point did he say enough was enough? I mean, like I said, it might just be a publicity stunt, but in my head, I just think about it as, when are you done? Because what is it? He's been on making content for 12 or 13 years. Amazing Atheist. I don't think I ever watched him. And I mean, yeah, I don't think I ever watched him. I watched Thunderfoot for a little while. Like, I watched a lot of people back when Gamergate was very prevalent. But that whole thing. I think that's a whole nother stream in itself, if anybody would even be interested to hear my thoughts on Gamergate. Because I kept up with a lot of people during that time. But yeah, I just, I don't think I would ever want to quit doing this no matter what. Because like I said, I've been married since I was 18. I've had kids since I was 18. And I've never felt more creative, or I was never able to be creative, to be a little wild, because when my kids were born, I went straight into the workforce and started to provide for my family. So, and that's all it's been up until now. Like, this year was, like I said, has been one of the best times of my life. Like, learning audio, learning editing. Like, I went hard on it this year. And even though I pulled my hair out when things wouldn't work, or I'd sit down to stream and my mic wouldn't work, or I couldn't get a game to work, I enjoyed that problem solving. And it's I guess I can say that YouTubing is fulfilling for me. It feeds an itch, or scratches an itch, that I haven't been able to scratch in a long time. Because when I was in high school, I don't know, man. Like I said, I can't. I wish I knew and could relate. Like for a long time, I thought it was, but I think there's something to it. But that might just be because I missed out, or I feel like I missed out. Like I know for a while there, because all my friends were dating different women and having sex with multiple people, I thought that's where it was at. And it kind of caused a strain in my own relationship. And it was because of me. And I know it was. And I can say that now. I don't have a problem with it. Stab. But it's yeah. I mean, I can see it, but I think there's a growing process too for it. Like I think I was probably about in my late 20s when I started to really figure out who I was. And I started to realize nice. When I started to realize that it really wasn't about sleeping with a lot of women or doing drugs. Like weird thing, I've never done a drug in my life. Not one that wasn't prescribed to me. And there's a part of that I feel like I missed out on. Like, should I have tried pot? Should I have tried something a little harder? But then I think it doesn't matter. Like I've got friends that they smoke pot and they don't know why they smoke pot. They just do it and they have no reason for it. So, I mean, not looking down on anybody who does it, but you know, I don't care if you do it. I don't care if you do. I will probably never do it myself because I have no reason to do it. Um, and plus, I think I'm a little afraid to do drugs because when I was a kid, I was put on a ADHD medication. That is very true, very true. And when I was put on it, it really messed with me. Like I went, well, this is by my mom's account that I went from a very, happy, rambunctious, spontaneous person to a just sedentary, dull person. And, it's like in my brain, I knew I was different, but I didn't comprehend that until I was in my 20s. And I started thinking back about, trying to remember what I was before, what I was during, and what I am after. Yeah. Yes, they are. So yeah, it's I don't know. It's just it's one of those things. Like I have definitely grown as a person through my life. Why is YouTube changing my foul language? Because you got to get that payout. Mama Susan's watching you. She's gonna slap you down. Dude, I'm a lot. Oh shit! Hit the mic. I'm a lot more wild in real life. Like, oh shit! Do I got that video? Oh yes, I do. Oh no. Oh wait, I can't find it. fuck. Not easily. Trying to think of an easy way to find this. But I don't want to dox a certain person. That'd be an easy way, but oh well. It's not that big of a deal. It was just me dancing on a table. Yeah. That's the other thing too. You know, I don't need drugs to act weird. You know, I learned a while ago that, you know, it's not about the way you dress. It's not about, you know, the color of your hair or anything like that. It's all about the how your brain thinks and you perceive things. You know, I mean, some of the most fucked up people would be perceived as normal. Like, what was it? Was it Gacy? Well, really any of the what we would consider mass murderers were, every time somebody talks about them, they talk about them as if they're, you know, normal, upstanding citizens. But you know what you don't hear? You don't really hear about what would be perceived as a weirdo, a strange individual doing anything all that horrible. So, you know, I don't know if it's a coping or a blending in method that they choose to do, but you know, it's, for me, that was something to think about. That, you know, you're weird or you're strange because of your thoughts, not because of what you want people to perceive you as. And a lot of that, you know, the people that, you know, I just throwing something out there, dress in gothic or dress in emo, you know, they're more conformist than the ones that don't. There was a funny movie that made fun of that called SLC Punks, Salt Lake City Punks. Had was it Matthew Lillard, the guy that plays Shaggy in the Scooby Doo movies, and I actually got to be Shaggy's voice later on. Yes. Well, my family thinks that I'm a upstanding person. Yeah. So in Salt Lake City Punks, Matthew Lillard is at a party, and like there's just, it's like all a punk party. Like everyone's in punk. And there's one girl that literally stands out from the rest. And she blows his mind, like by telling him that, isn't it more conformist to buy the hair dye? Isn't it more conformist to spend all this money on these things trying not to be conformist? And it blew his mind that this average girl was more free in her mind than he was. And you know, that's one of those movies that kind of woke me up. The giant horse. Yes. You're derailing me. Now, are we talking about the horse cock from Berserk? Because we all know, well, we should all know about Rape Horse. Rape Horse is the best. Actually, is that Guts on your profile? Damn it, I can't see. But yeah, like that moment in Salt Lake City Punks was like I said, it was just one of those moments that was a little bit of an awakening for me. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I don't have to dress a certain way. I don't have to really do anything. If my thoughts and my opinions are outside the norm, that's enough. It's kind of like I was telling my kids this the other day that it's more weird to tell people the truth than it is to lie to them. And they kind of looked at me like, "What the fuck are you talking about, Dad?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's because most people expect you to lie to them. So when you tell them the truth, they get mad." Uh, it's just one of those things. You know, I found that people are more disturbed by that than if I just lie. Because it's like their minds can't perceive the truth. So yeah, I don't know. That's just thoughts that I have. And I'm now looking glassy eyed and smoldering at my computer thinking, yeah, I just said that. uh, and it's weird because I don't. Yes, he's back again. And I'm not gonna finish that. But yeah. Yeah. Yes, they do. Yeah, saying something psychotic to people like, "Oh, what would just be out there?" Like, I wanna eat a baby or something like that. Adolf, I'm doing great, man. This has been an awesome stream. And I think I do wanna take just a minute to thank everyone that's been here. Resolute Germ, you've been MVP today. I'm on Fate. I'm in Fate. Dude, you're awesome too. Wyatt Cisco, Horsecock. And yes, even you, Adolf. Oh, I forgot. Brightest Day in games, movies, and comics. I shouldn't forget them. They have come to every one of my streams that I hold. I can't forget them. Well, maybe you want to eat a bullet. Maybe that is how Adolf died, right? He shot himself. Or no. He took cyanide. I'm forgetting my history. I don't need to do that. But I enjoy everyone that comes here. I like I was saying earlier. Alive in spirit, maybe. Yeah, like I was saying at the beginning of this stream, I want a free flow of conversation here. I've got no problem getting mocked myself or ridiculed. Doesn't bother me. But never turn it on chat. As long as that rule is applied. You know, maybe I'll get an email here later saying I should have blocked Adolf or kept him from talking. And you know, that's part of the learning curve. But if I don't, I don't. If I do, I do. And I'll just go from there. I mean, technically, other than having the name, I don't see anything wrong with what's been said other than, you know, he being edgy. We all need a little edge now and then. The razor's edge. I do got a question because I show 6 people here right now, which is awesome. I've never had 6 people watching me at one time. Can someone explain Dune to me? Like, I watched the original at the beginning of the year. Didn't know they were remaking it, so that was just a coincidence. But I don't get why it's such a cult classic. Like, I watched it and I kind of just thought it was stupid, to be honest. Oh, that's great. Oh my god. But yeah, like the best part that I thought about what was the original Dune? 3 hours long? It's either 2 or 3. And the best part I thought about the whole movie was the fat guy flying in the air yelling about the spice. And I've wanted to meme that so hard and I keep forgetting to make it. But yeah, I don't. 19th century British imperial history and stuff. Yeah. I mean, I get that, but why is it so loved by like the sci-fi community? Or I guess sci-fi community. Like, okay, sandworms I can agree are cool. But they were also cool in Beetlejuice. But I don't know. I don't like. I watched that, and then I went and watched Logan's Run, and I honestly liked Logan's Run, and thought it was better than Dune. And that was even with seeing the wires of the people flying through the air. That was hilarious. And seeing the little model cities of them going between each city, that was funny too. They were cooler in Beetlejuice. And I love Beetlejuice. Like, I think I watched the cartoon before I watched the movie. I don't even know there was a movie. I was expecting the movie to look like the cartoon. Lydia. Lydia was so cool in the cartoon too. I miss so many good cartoons. Like, they could just literally rerun them and I'd be okay just having them in the background as noise and listening to them. Oh man, my ice has melted in my iced coffee. So it is now just watered down coffee. Awesome. Yeah, don't remind me. This is why I love the internet being a thing. Free and open. Well, quotations free and open. If we don't watch it, we'll have everything like put behind the paywall before it's all over with. Although there is a cool site called is it archive.net? Archive.net. Let me make sure. Do. Yeah. Yeah, archive.net. Really neat website to where you can download books, movies, music, and stuff for free. And it's all backed up. Well, it's all backed up on the site because it's an archive site. So, you can get anything. It's not always in the best quality, but still kind of cool. So, I mean, it was. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I think tiredness is starting to kick in. Oh, and to believe I almost did not stream tonight. I almost just blew it off. I was like, oh, I'll get up in the morning and do something. Nah. That's what I was talking about earlier, too, about taking chances. I took chances to start talking to people, and it has definitely been a good thing, not just for my channel, but for me in general. And going on streams with people has been good things. I don't know. I feel like I've been riding a high for probably 2 or 3 months now with just meeting people and being excited. And it's been great. And I had to the first channel that I went on was the Tuck and Roll show when Snowdub did a open mic night. And I went on and I had that initial bump in subscribers, which was real cool and everything. And I could never repay him or thank him enough for doing something like that, and after I had that initial bump, because I hadn't had a new subscriber in months, and I was starting to think that, why do I keep pushing, or why am I doing this? But after I had that and I started getting more watch time, like even early on, I felt like I was chasing something that I probably needed to reel myself back from. Because if I'm chasing something at where I'm at now, what happens, if I ever get to 1,000 subscribers, or if I ever get to 3,000 and, maybe viewership starts to decline, or maybe I get, like, I don't know if y'all know who DSP is, but start to get pretty much an army of trolls, or people that just, hate me as much as they hate him. Because some of the stuff that's happened to him is real fucked up. But he does deserve a good bit of what he does, because he is just an asshole. And he's really shown that in the last couple days. Like, just constantly yelling at his chat and yelling at people that give him money to buy games they want to see him play. But he doesn't listen. And I don't ever want to be like that. And I want to, I like my attitude that I have right now. As far as I'm concerned, I want to keep the same attitude that, I could stream for one person the same that I would stream for 1 million people. Don't know if I'll ever get to that point, but I think it'd be cool. You know, I mean, I don't know what it'd be like. You know, I've been in some people's chats and their chats are moving so fast that I have no idea how they're interacting with their chat. But I think that's another one of those aspects that I'm curious to see if it ever got to that point. Dude, definitely. I have actually been trying to find a time to drop by Captain Trek's channel for a couple weeks now and see if he's. I know, like the first time I was there, he invited me on, but I couldn't because I was at work. But he streams so early. A lot of the times I'm at work, or I got to get up on Saturdays, and he's either about to end and I've got to go do something, or I've got to go do something, I should say. So I have been leg cramp. Oh shit. That's what I get. That's what I get for sitting on my leg. God dang. That hurt. That hurts so much. How long have I had my leg like that? Anyways, but yeah, like Captain Trek's a cool dude, and I would love to get on there. Although I have no idea at some of the stuff y'all are talking about. Sometimes I just I listen, and it's a lot more older sci-fi stuff and things. Like, I know a little about Star Trek and some of the other stuff they talk about, but like what was it? My first Trek series was Next Generation with, was it Picard? Xavier. Names are escaping me, but and I didn't even really watch that all that much. Like my sci-fi series, like I had two sci-fi series that I was enamored with, and that was Farscape and Lex. Oh my god. Like, I've got to rewatch Lex. Like, I can't. I remember a little bit about it, but I was young when I discovered those. Like, I was way too young to watch a lot of the stuff that I watched. That was the great thing about having older cousins. They would show me so much stuff, but they didn't show me this stuff. I got to discover a lot of that because of the Sci-Fi Channel and self-diagnosed narcolepsy, or not narcolepsy, the one that you stay awake all night, insomnia. My brain, once I start thinking, like right now, I'm enjoying myself, and I guarantee you, as soon as I turn off this stream, I'm out. But I'm having too much fun. TWTG. Brain blanking. Oh, I'm sorry, Germ. You'll have to help me out here with TWTG. Oh, stop my beating hearts. Yeah, I noticed that. I've got to go back and check out some of your Farscape watch parties. But I always feel that I would just start watching it myself. Well, what I'm saying is I can't. Is it just TWTG or is that just shortened for the channel? Or am I completely missing something? Amen Fate. Yes. Yes. Farscape. So good. It gets weirder towards the end, but the journey for Farscape is so good. Like I can't remember who. Oh, okay. Okay. Channel name is TWTG Content. Okay. But like oh man, I hate when my brain does this. Like when I'll go to talk about something and I talk it up and then I go blank. It's awesome, right? I know this never happens to anybody. But yeah, it's like they add 4 or 5 characters, I think. But well, oh, you know what? I don't want to spoil anything, and I'm not good at alluding to things. Well, I don't guess telling you they add characters is really spoiling. But they do a lot of weird things towards the end of that show. Which, to be honest, I don't think I ever finished the last season now that I think about it. Huh. I'll have to go check them out. That's the other thing about, meeting people and stuff and wanting to talk to more people is that it's so hard to get around everybody's content. And especially the people that I'm talking to. Because it's not okay, the last season's the movie. Wait, there's a movie? Okay, maybe I'm lost on Farscape history and lore right now. But I'm definitely gonna have to go back and watch that now. It's just I know I'm gonna want to binge it, and half the time I don't have the time for it because I do the anime stuff through the week for my channel, and I need to start actually watching more anime again because I don't think I've watched any anime for a couple months now. But I've got so much parsed and stored anime history in my head that I probably got enough content for at least a little bit. Probably not all accurate, but there's some truth in there. And stuff that I'm just really not sure on, I will look up. Like who was I watching the other day? I was watching something that had Brandon, the anime guy, aka Go 13. RIP to him. And I had mentioned something about Galaxy Express 999 being a French anime and asking if it was really anime, because I know there's always that argument of, is it anime if it doesn't come from Japan? Well, I think I got Galaxy Express 999 mixed with Revolutionary Girl Utena. I think I'm pronouncing that right. One of those was purely French, if I'm remembering correctly. And if I'm not, I really hope somebody would tell me, because I don't want to keep telling people that it's one of those is French. And, you know, I don't exactly want to spread misinformation. I mean, yes, I could look it up, but there's always those weird, like it started here, but then they got it and then they adapted it, and it's weird. You know, if you know anime and stuff and how it goes, sometimes, you know, the first answer is not always the right answer. Yes. 1, Golgo is awesome. 2, Tokyo Ghoul is amazing. Yeah, I'm glad he got you hooked on that. That is a good show. I couldn't get into the A squared or the 3rd season. I think I got up to the first fight. Oh, okay. So you're only in season 2. Okay. I don't want to ruin season 2 for you. Season 2 is good. And then the 3rd season, I need to go back and rewatch it because it's not what it is initially portrayed to be. So I do need to rewatch it. Hell, I need to watch the new season to My Hero Academia. Let's see. Yeah, you talked about it a couple weeks ago, and so I've been to the first or binged, I'm assuming, to the first season and about 5 deep. Yes. It is a very bingeable show. There's so much anime that could be binged. Like, I had to start choosing 12 episode animes so I could watch them. Then I started looking for 24 episode animes. Oh, you've seen all of My Hero. Okay. Let me ask you, is it still good for you? I'll give you my opinion in a minute. I want to see what you say. Hey, man, there's so much anime out there. If something's not doing it for you, just move on. You know, I could talk My Hero up all day long, but yeah, it you know, I can see where some people wouldn't be into it because there are people that make videos, you know, kind of downplaying it, but it's My Hero's got really good world building and really good character building. And I actually miss working where I used to work because me and a buddy would sit there and break. Like, I wish I was doing YouTube back then and he had the time to do it too, because we would sit there, watch the episode, and break it down and talk about what this meant and that meant and this. And I'm like, I love doing this. This is awesome. So Themo took over the fan service and the season sort of have declined. Yeah. See, that was my problem too. Is that not this last season, because they're in season 5 now, or season 5 just ended, but season 4, when they really got into Lemillion and everything, I hate that season because it wasn't anywhere near the quality of the first 3. And the reason for that is they changed director. They changed almost the entire production studio for season 4. And for me, I noticed it didn't feel like what I had come to love about My Hero. It was just kind of like they were ending in the middle of a very important session after they'd already spent 30 minutes on screen. So I couldn't, like, I hate season 4. The only good thing about season 4 was the last probably 3 or 4 minutes of the very last episode with what's his name? Oh my god, Fire Dude. I'm blanking. Oh my god. Are you serious, Matt? I don't. Anyways, Todoroki's father. When he destroyed the Nomu, see, I can remember all that, but I can't remember his name. I'm awesome at what I'm doing, right? I actually cried because it was Todoroki's father. Endeavor. Thank you. Yeah, he, like, that was the most hero moment I had seen out of that entire season. And that was even more than Lemillion's after he lost his powers and still was charging. And I say that because I didn't care about Lemillion. They did no building for him. And I didn't care about Night Eye's death. They did no building for either of those characters for me to care. And they were done so quick. I didn't care. But I mean, that's just me for season 4. Yes, Resolute. JoJo and Berserk are done so well. And I'll tell you right now, I put down JoJo. For a long time, I put it down. After never seeing it, I put it down. And then one day, I was like, I need to watch this so that way I can make fun of the people that are watching it. And what happened? I fell in love with it. JoJo is so damn good. The writer has balls of steel. I mean, there's not many anime that I know that they're willing to kill off a main character. Dude, JoJo is just like, it's not even about the fighting, but everything they've done with JoJo has rung throughout anime as a whole. I mean, there's still some people that don't really pay that much, or pay it that much heed, because the fighting's different. It might be considered a shonen, but it's not like Dragon Ball. You don't have just power-ups. There's not power-ups. There's abilities. And the fighting doesn't always come down to who's stronger. It comes down to who's smarter and how your ability is used. And it was so good. So good, as a matter of fact, that it opened my eyes to another anime that I probably have in my top 5, and that's being Yu Yu Hakusho. I used to think that the third arc of that was the garbage arc. I was like, oh, this is so stupid. But after watching JoJo, the Bible Black arc or Chapter Black arc, not Baba Black. That's a completely different anime altogether. But the Chapter Black arc is so well done and makes everything else in Yu Yu Hakusho look like crap. That's including the Dark Tournament. And most people say the Dark Tournament is the best arc. No. There's so much that happens in Chapter Black that it is just they take pretty much the same formula in JoJo and everything they've done up to now with powering up the characters. They basically say none of that matters. It's all about your abilities. And so much so that even some of the strongest characters are put in a predicament that they can't understand because they can't just brute force their way through a situation. And with the way they built up, like most of that cast, they're not smart enough for that. So, I mean, they start to add more depth to them along the series or along that entire chapter. And it's hard for me. Like, I can watch up to it, like, because I think the first arc was called the Saint Beast. Then there was the Dark Tournament, and then Chapter Black. I can watch up to Chapter Black. But then the ending of the series, like after you get to Chapter Black and you're done with it, he stopped and went back to the formula of the first two chapters, or the first two sagas, I should say. And it really, for me, it's fine. It's fine. Maybe the first or second watch, but once you start looking more deeper into the show and its meanings and everything, and you start looking at it for what it is, it's hard to go back to that. Well, what was that? Wow, buttons make things happen. Cool. It's hard to go back to that, and it's still good because it goes back to the fighting, and you watch a shonen for the fights, really. But man, but it gets rectified because the same guy that did Yu Yu Hakusho did Hunter x Hunter, and Hunter x Hunter builds on what happens in the Chapter Black saga with the powers and everything. And it's kind of stupid that it took, has it been 20 years? Yeah, it's been about 20 plus years for Hunter x Hunter to catch on. I mean, I didn't catch on until they redid it in 2011. And I'm kicking myself for it. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. And that's why it falls flat. If you, like I said, if you're watching it for the first time, I think it's fine. But after a third, a fourth, or a fifth watching, or sometimes a 10th for me, it just actually, you know what? Oh, I can't do it because I don't know how to do sound. Damn it. I don't know how to give y'all sound. I was going to show y'all one of the most touching scenes. But yeah, it's definitely one of those that I feel should be on everybody's list. I tell you one that I know I get flack for is hating on Bleach. I know it is enjoyed by a lot of people, but uh, like there's a video out there that does a really good breakdown of what each season does. And each season is literally just a hash after the Serite. I was trying to remember that. Oh, really? Okay. Let's see. Where the thing at? Let's see. Do. Aha. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I think this will work. Okay. Let me know if you get sound or not. Can't hear it. Okay. The hell? I did the thing. Well, this is lame. Hmm. Okay, so it asks. Okay, so share screen. Share. Okay, it's in Chrome. Huh. I'm really going to have to figure this out. Maybe it's is it a paid feature? Or is it just that I am kind of inept at using? See ya, Almond Fate. Oh, I'm glad you had fun, man. That is one of the best joys that I have is people enjoying what I do. Okay. Okay, so it's share. All I get is like I get the Chrome tab, but the only other thing that I get is mute website notifications while sharing. Yeah, man, I hope you come back because like I said, it's been a pleasure having everybody. Y'all have definitely made my night. The hell? Oh, I think I get what you're saying. Let me try this. Oop. Oh, is that it? Ah, Well, I'd have to end the stream to go to do that then. So I can't do it. Okay. So I have it under, I'll know that for next time. Damn it. Wait, what if would it do sound if it's a direct video? Or does it have to be or does it have to be like all blah, do it the same thing? Because I can do this. Let's see. Where'd you go? As well. Oh well. Ah. Do you have sound now? So it might work. If it doesn't, I'll just, like I said, I'll just have to, or it'll be something that I know for next time. Lame. Oh well. Oh well. I'll just put it this way. That is probably one of the most touching scenes in anime that I have probably ever seen. Just, well, I guess I can let it play and you can watch it at least. Where'd you go? There it is. Damn it. There it is. Yeah, I'll just let it play. But yeah, like this is definitely the most touching scene that I've ever seen. You know, first episode killed its main character, and it has so much heart just all throughout the episode. You get a feel for who the character is. You get what the anime is going for. You know, that kind of supernatural, like it had that supernatural feel, but I would have easily watched this like this right here. Like I know what's being said and going on, and I'm almost being brought to tears because of I mean, it's so heartbreaking because this is supposed to be like they portrayed Kuwabara as a rival, as an adversary, but really, like that was his best friend, opposed to all his other friends who ran with him. That was someone that he held in such high regard that, you know, losing him was it was almost too much. And the way it was animated, the way that the voice actors did that. And I mean, surprisingly, that was Chris Sabat playing Kuwabara. So, you know, to me, one of Chris's better roles. He was, but I mean, come on, man. Kuwabara was the heart of that show. Like, Yusuke had his moments. Actually, I can't really say Hiei or Koima had moments where they really shined. Although I will say, that's a Koima. Holy fuck, I'm flubbing on names. Hiei, Kurama. I think I did say Kurama. Kurama, to me, had the most brutal attitude over Hiei, and it's literally what he does in the Chapter Black saga. But Kuwabara, just, he had the heart. That there were moments in that anime that Kuwabara, I was like, holy shit, they just killed him. Like, he did that multiple times in that show that played with you that he was going to kill Kuwabara. And I think that's another thing that ruins the last saga is Kuwabara was absent. So, I mean, you know, there was just so much in that last saga that was done wrong. So, but yeah, it was definitely one of those things that you know, you get a really good feel for the anime really early on. Like, I got a 5-episode rule that if I'm not drawn in by the 5th episode, I cut it. You know, and that's what I was saying earlier is that, you know, there's too much, just too much anime to, you know, watch a show you're not liking. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, at least for me, this is one of those shows that I hold so high. And it's also one of those shows that are very much regarded for its voice acting and how perfect it is, that a reboot, because they'd be using CGI, no more hand drawn. Well, I say no more hand drawn, but it took me a third watch of Shield Hero to realize they were using CGI. So, but yeah, I don't know. Like, there's times where I've thought I would love to see this thing in 4K, all the new effects that could be used. But then I see things like Funimation and Crunchyroll are doing where they're changing things. And I'm on a Reddit thread for Yu Yu Hakusho, and there's even people in there that are like, it's like people new to the show, and they'll come in and they will start yelling about, you know, some of the grope scenes and how wrong it is and everything. And I'm kind of like, how new are you to anime? Because, you know, it's one, it's, I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's a cartoon. So, you know, me personally, I can't give too much of a shit about hand drawn characters. You know, make them do whatever you want them to do. You know, there's real people out there who have a lot more problems than a 2D character. You know, and they're not real. So even though shippers like to think they are, ugh, sorry, but shippers are weird. You go to enough conventions and meet enough shippers and just realize that they're a little cuckoo. That it you know, you nod your head, you go, yep, that could happen. And slowly walk away. uh like, I mean, they do what they want. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say they aren't or they're not into it because I mean, everyone's got to start somewhere, right? Like, no one starts with having, you know, the top 30 anime of all time that they've watched. So, you know, it how to put this? It's like a child walking. And you know, as a young child, you're very curious and you have these ideas and you know, but as you grow and hopefully you grow as a person, you know, you kind of start to understand how things actually are. And you know, as a child, you don't have a sense of yourself. You don't have a really an identity. And that's what's supposed to happen to you as you grow. You're supposed to be met with challenges and overcome them or fail and then you know figure out what you did wrong and don't do it again or figure out a better way for next time or figure out how to deal with it, you know. I mean, again, not to be too preachy, but you know that's how life goes, or that's how life's supposed to go. I know there's a lot of people out there, and I do mean a lot, that they would just love to have, you know, a life handed to them, and life's never going to be easy. You know, I've used a lot of things in my life to uh kind of become the person that I am today. And even then, it took me a long time to be happy with the person that I am. Sometimes, you know, there a lot when I was going to conventions, conventions are definitely more for a younger crowd, you know, like 18, 19, 20, 25 or so. And then after that, you kind of start to taper off a little bit. Like there's been a few times that I've even questioned, do I even want to go to this thing? Just because I'm like, I've really got too much going on and I don't need to take time off to go spend $2,000 on junk that's gonna sit in my closet. And shit, that's what a lot of it's doing right now. But you know, I still go because I enjoy it. I actually use it as my vacation. But you know, it younger people like, and when I say younger, like I'm 50 and 60 years old, they just that's part of their learning is not to listen and learn. I mean, I think, like I said, I think when I was that age and I was very much a child and I didn't want to listen. Hell, even at my age that I am now, I don't want to listen to my wife. That might just be because I don't want to give her the satisfaction of being right. But you start to learn that taking an L isn't the end of the world. And that's what I hope for, everybody. They learn, I guess I can say, they learn to take L's and learn from them. That's the best part of growing up is taking L's in your cup. That's horrible. I don't know why that just popped in my head. Yeah. Trust me. I know what you mean. I hear, like, I overhear what people are saying. As much as I try to deafen myself with rock and rap and horrible music from the 90s, like Backstreet Boys and TLC and Eminem, it doesn't work. I think I have a mutant ability of super hearing. And some of the stuff that I hear, hell, some of the stuff I see online, it breaks my brain. Like, I consider myself a reasonable person, but some things, it's too much. It's too much, and they need to chill. Like, trying to force people to accept you. You can't do that. You can't force acceptance. Like, I don't know what some people are thinking and why they think that violence is going to be the answer. Nothing about violence ever fixes anything. I personally like the methods of MLK and Gandhi. Yeah, but I like the passive and civil disobedience. I feel it works better. You might not get that instant gratification or that instant satisfaction, but it is real change. You don't try to bend the system into a pretzel. You work within the system, and it's a slow, arduous task, and you're probably going to have more losses than wins. But your end goal is longer lasting. So, that's me. That's me. That's what I would like for more people to see, to, if they're really wanting change, like if you want real change, you can't twist somebody's arm to do it. And one of the worst things that a lot of people are doing is they are trying to force change, and it's not going to work. It's never worked. But you know, I'm just one guy on the internet running my mouth. And you know, if people listen and you know, maybe something like real change can be done. But you know, that's that, like I said, that's just me. You know, I used to think that one person couldn't change the worlds. But when I really think about it, whether it be for good or bad, there's been plenty of people that have changed the worlds, and it's just been one person. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is it's, you know, they're using laws. They're using laws to their advantage. And you know, that's they're finding loopholes to do it with, but are misrepresenting the actual law is the problem too. Are not using common sense in order to realize that if you do this, this is going to happen. So they kind of miss that cause and effect. So it becomes a shit show. And you know, it's, but at the same time, you know, it's, everyone has their own opinion. And sometimes I think, you know, who am I really to say what's wrong and right? I don't know. I want things to be easy to understand, because law and laws are hard enough to understand as it is. Because you know, you have the original law, then you have an addendum to that law, and then an act to the law, and it gets so arbitrary at some point that no one knows what the law actually is, because they've wrote it, rewrote it, taken it out, put it back in. I mean, I've sat there and listened to some of the House stuff when they're trying to do the bills, try to make laws or something. And they always seem to want to tack on something to this. It's like, you know, it's like tit for tat. It's like, okay, well, we'll give you yours. We'll talk about yours if we can add this to your bill or law. And you know, the what is it? The original proposer has the ability to say yes, we'll add it, or no, we're not. And that's what I'm saying, is that things get maybe just a bit too complicated. And it's nuts. Like, I don't know what our government's really good for anymore. Like, I had a friend propose a really hard question to me, and I still don't exactly have an answer, other than that I don't want to deal with foreign policy. But he asked me, what's government good for, or what does government do for you other than take your money? And you know, I had to come to the only conclusion I could really come to is that we allow for some of our freedoms to be restricted in order to make harder aspects of life easier and for us not to deal with. Yep. 100%. Yeah. Yeah. I I've had or people have brought up the Waco thing a lot when I talk to them about this kind of stuff. But you know, like I don't want to. I don't think we as a people could deal with foreign policy because if the rest of the world has a dictatorship or even any kind of centralized government, and we're over here without it, we're at a disadvantage. So, we have to elect people based off of what 6 months to a year of campaigning of 2 to 3 hour sound bites that we have to trust that they're going to have our best interest in heart. Yep. And I mean that's our government. And even though it's not the best, it's definitely not the worst. And I still find it hard to think or find it hard that there's another system out there that really works better than ours. And something that, I mean, the US, the way as I see it, should always be pulling from the ideas of the world, really. I mean, that's what was good about us at one point, is that we were so willing to build our country up and use the free flowing of ideas to make the US what it is. And at some point we lost that. And now we've gone stagnant in progressing our country, because I think we think we're at that point to where people should be pulling from us instead of us pulling from them. I mean, the US was the first country to abolish slavery. And then look at how that has progressed the rest of the world, And we started that. Oh my God. You know what I wish I had? I know it's a slight. Did Britain do it? I was pretty sure. Maybe I guess I'm wrong. That's definitely one of those things that I'll have to look up in a little bit. But I was pretty sure that good old Abe started that. But I could be very wrong, because this is US history and probably 15-year-old knowledge that I'm pulling from to make that statement. But what was I saying? Yeah, I wish I had that clip. I think it was it was like it was either an Islami terrorist or something like that. Uh, but it's so funny that I can't help it. But he's like on camera and he's like, a government for the people, by the people. And I forget how the rest of it goes, but it basically ends with him saying, but the people are retarded. And I can't help it. But you know what? Comedy comes in any form. And I do mean any form. I don't care where it's from. That shit's hilarious. Ah, damn it. I'm going to have to find that clip and work it in somehow. I don't care what kind of shit I get for it. 1807. Okay. Oh. But yeah, I mean, that's I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm just an asshole with a computer and a mic. In all honesty, I'm pretty damn stupid. I graduated second from the bottom of my class. There was only one guy more stupid than me. That is endearing. But all right. Resolute Germ. Everyone in chat. I'm out. I'm really out this time. I think I said it like 2 hours ago, but the conversation's been too good. We're coming up on the 4-hour mark. God dang it. Quit. You're pulling me back in. But yeah, man. Hit me up tomorrow and I'll come hang out. Definitely. As long as you don't mind some stupid commentary from me. I like to play smart, but I only play smart on TV. But dude, you have a good night. And you know what, man? I forgot to tell everybody this, but post your channel in chat. I am all about self-promotion. Promote me, promote yourself, promote anybody you want to promote. You know, let's grow. Let's show YouTube that your algorithm and your rules will not hinder us. We'll do it ourselves if we have to. But yeah, man, thank you for being here. Everyone, thank you. It's been a 4-hour stream and I had no gameplay. This is mind-boggling to me. And I know what I said. Only mods can post? But I don't have hyperlinks disabled. You know what? What's this? Can I do this? I can put you in timeout. Okay. Now it should work. Germ, you're my first mod, man. How's it feel? Stand up, take a bow. Like I said, I've had too much damn fun. Really? See, this is why I say I'm a bad YouTuber. I need other people to tell me stuff. Because YouTube, well, They probably do have it spelled out. I just don't like to read. But yeah, I am out. I'm almost tempted just to let it run for another 4.5 minutes just to get that 4 hours. But you know what? We'll make it a goal for next time. 4-hour stream. But yeah, I'm out. Everybody have a good night. I believe it's called Saturday Morning Cartoons, right? Yeah. Check us out there tomorrow. And our Saturday morning cartoons. But have a good night, everyone. Later.